Friday. Where we at? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah. I like this. What that vibe real quick. We here. What y'all up to this weekend?
Riz Radio.
Yeah.
Let
Shout
me
out to
tell you
Angie
about this
Stone.
girl. Maybe I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brown Sugar. See, we be making love constantly. That's why my eyes are a shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss is unlike any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing what I miss. Won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe. I guess high up your love, I don't know how to be. Brown sugar.
Riz Radio.
Oh man. That brown sugar boy. They don't even understand. They don't even understand. They don't even understand. Shout out to it's going into the weekend. You know, you may be rolling you up something nice. You may be drinking on something nice, you know. D'Angelo, you slick right there, brother. You slick. A lot of people think it's a very romantic song. A lot of people think that it's a very, you see that you see some chocolate walking down the street. But I know what you were on, brother. You were on some of that, you were on some of that wedding cake. You were on that wedding cake.
He's on the yeah.
Don't let me spoil. Don't let me spoil the song if you ain't catching it. Brown sugar. Hey, he was talking about that sticky icky. That sticky icky. Yeah. Right here talking music with Dom and Lee. A Riz Radio. Download the app. Download the app. Shout out to Asia Cobbs, the founder, the movement behind the app that's just hosting two artists of their own rights, their own kind, and their own damn mind. Dom.
Riz Radio.
Yeah,
How we
man.
doing
How you
today?
feeling? How you feeling?
I don't even know. I think I'm too chill. I was like, I need to play something little bit more smooth for today. We've been riled up this whole week. I was like, let me take it back.
We've been riled up.
I think I went too chill. I think I went too chill.
Oh, I love it. I love it though. D'Angelo is one of those artists for me, man. I'm gonna tell you, D'Angelo is one of those artists for me, bro. It's just I'm there anytime. Like I just think his just gift is like another person that's just in this music hall of fame that that one day I want to have like in my studio, like just pictures of all these people up, like just like music hall of fame, like just that, because
there's actually a piece of his history in Charlotte that you can use. The board that they used to create that album is in Charlotte.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at a certain studio.
Yeah, GAT3.
Okay. Shout out to GAT3. I wouldn't be surprised. Shout out to Anthony Hamilton, who started off his career as a backup singer to D'Angelo.
Ain't it crazy? Man. Sometimes it's like, it's I don't even know the word for it, but it's just like you hear this one artist and you find out this other major superstar artist was their backup singer. And then you go back and listen and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. You hear it. I mean, shoot, shout out to Jill Scott, another backup singer to D'Angelo. So, I mean, shoot, that's why this thing of music, you just never know. Like I always would say though, shout out to my man Dexter Jordan. In Charlotte. You familiar? Yeah, Dexter Jordan, backup singer for Ari Lennox, but if you really know Dexter is his own, you know what I'm saying?
Like he's a weapon.
But boom, like soon I feel like one day it'll be talked about just like that. Like he's backup singer for Ari Lennox, but I mean,
he's
really him. Yeah, he's really him it's just that happens to be a lane that I think is really dope for him to operate in, being backup singer. But like,
Absolutely.
I just think that, for me growing up, the backup singers were always sometimes the weapons though, because the singer has their own unique voice, but typically you getting the person that's singing backup to you is bringing a harmony, is bringing a melody. First, the singer trusts that person's vocal. So if
Mhm.
you know that singer trusts their vocal,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10 they think that a singer isn't going to get a singer that's lesser than them.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 they think that singer actually is better than them.
Mm.
I've been the artists that I've been around when R&B and poetry we do shows. I see artists have backup singers.
Mhm.
They think that they're much better than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just happen,
It's just them right now.
I just happen to be who I am. They just happen to be who they are,
Yeah, literally.
respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And that's just literally how that goes. Like,
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. But he is one away.
yeah, he is. He
One.
is. And that's a crazy one away what that one's gonna be like.
I know.
I was
I know.
oh yeah, you do know. Obviously, yeah, he was at the New Year's Eve show. Yeah, R&B and
Oh,
poetry. Yeah,
I was there.
He did his thing. So um
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
man.
yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice seeing him like around because like I don't truly know him. Like
Yeah.
we don't truly know each other, but like
Yeah.
I definitely know who he is and like he recognizes me. So it's like
Yeah.
it's nice to like go out in Charlotte and see someone that's like doing something legitimate and they still
Yeah.
are like, oh yeah, like I know you. Like
Yeah, like
do
just
music. Like,
super
hey, how
cool.
you doing? Yeah. He
Super
was
cool
super
energy.
chill. Cause I remember after his set, I was like, you killed that shit. And he was like, oh, I was like, nah. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool when artists in Charlotte are nice to each other.
Artists anywhere, but definitely.
I just had to say that, man.
Yeah, I know.
Some of y'all are dicks.
I mean, it is definitely I always love to watch it. I love, I mean, to be honest, bro, like I've been blessed to kind of like be in the shadows of seeing so many different people's careers, so many people's like seeing just this music journey or seeing just the artistry journey. Like I love being in the shadows of this experience because you gain a lot of wisdom from it,
Oh.
I can just and then the thing about the shadows is you don't get caught up on the now. Like I can
Man.
remember things 10 years ago. I can remember things, 8 years ago, and seeing people's journeys and seeing how people's egos were, and then seeing them get humbled too, versus kind of just understanding the wave of the cycle. And then those people that had egos, it got you somewhere. Maybe it didn't. Maybe you had to learn. Maybe, you did what you did. Yeah, right. And then people that didn't have the egos, you see continuously having like these there's another young lady I want to say Aracena. Dang, I can't believe I'm screwing her name up, but she's a singer in Charlotte, and just another person that's just like been just another person just seen on their just journey, but never really kind of like staying in their lane, and it's just never really kind of like trying to force out of it. And I think that's cool. Sometimes you see people trying to reach, trying to shoot for this quote unquote thing that they always tell you to shoot for as artists, I guess, to be famous versus just having a career. I saw this young lady post this other day, and I wanted to tell her, shout out to Destiny Stone. Destiny Stone, she's an artist in here in the Carolinas. She's done R&B and poetry show, been super fire. She posted this the other day. She said transparency post. Now, mind you, Destiny Stone, super fire. She's been doing her events. She steadies putting music out. She steadies posting. She posted this. She said transparency post. Seeing Jamal Roberts make it to the top 3 of American Idol has left me with a mix of emotions. On one hand, seeing his success and the support he's received has been inspiring. He clearly has talent and has rightfully made it to the finale. However, it has also made me question myself. I'm the same age as Jamal, and I'm also from a small town in Mississippi. Yet I'm still not where I want to be. Am I missing something? Question mark. Am I doing something wrong? Question mark. As much as I try to believe that I'm on the right path, there always seems to be moments when I feel like my dreams and aspirations are unattainable. I hope he wins, and no matter what, continues to let his light shine.
Yeah, that's
Now,
real.
no, it's real. And I reached out.
Riz Radio.
I just had to comment, let her know, like, yo, I seen you on your journey. I see you steady making motions. And I think, and the reason I'm reading that is because it's such a real post, you know. And she's a super fire artist. But I think sometimes artists, we get so caught up in this and seeing the highlights of this thing versus understanding. And I know it sounds like a long period of life, but when you're 40 years old, when you're 50 years old, you realize, okay, it's better to have a journey in a career versus trying to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Star burns quick. If you ain't know anything about
that. Yeah, I felt it.
You feel me? Like it burns quick. But when you are a planet in motion, it means you have a body. It means you have a system around you. You are moving in your cycles. And I think it's important to understand stars don't move in cycles. Planets do. Be a planet.
Yeah.
Be grounded, you know, and understand that you want to have this journey of your life where at one phase you're doing tours, doing shows that you can do when you're 40, 50, 60. Like these years matter. 30 years old. These things matter. And I think it's okay to kind of put aside. I mean, it's not putting aside because when you really realize it, is if you keep staying steady on the journey, these outlets will soon come to you. They'll need new people to cover. So you just got to stay focused on doing your thing and being ready for the call. And being ready for the call just means continue to do the music, continue to do shows, and to see how you can turn it into a career.
Yeah. And also everyone's journey looks different. Like
that part.
You could be, your journey might take longer because you inspire more people along the way. Like just certain artists that you don't even know. Like if they post consistently, sometimes it's like you're inspiring other artists that may be on the same field as you, maybe a little behind where you're at, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Just by you posting and showing up, it shows them that it can be done.
Simple as that. Yeah, and I think that's a big thing. That's a big thing. No matter how people feel about La Russell, whether you like his music, like it, you don't like it, whatever, at the end of the day, you got to respect that he's been able to craft out a journey and experience that can inspire people, you know?
Yeah. I think La Russell's different than an artist because he looks at himself as a brand first. He doesn't care if you like him for his music or if you like him for him speaking. As long as you know the brand, he's good. I think that's a very different approach than most people these days. But one thing I did want to say, what we just kind of we got past, but I want to bring it back up, was that you could write a book right now.
Okay.
You could write two.
Okay.
You could write a book of insights, and you could write a book of tea.
Yeah. Nah. The tea one would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah. I'm gonna I'll say this. You know, one thing, the tea part, which is funny, is that's what just being behind in the shadows is so fun, because it actually, people don't know, a lot of times people don't realize how much like they're being observed. And it's not like intentionally, but it's like you put yourself out there, right? If you walk into the room and you say, "Hey, my name is Dom," right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You meet this person. You have now created a network. You've now created interaction where that person is going to be aware of you now.
For sure.
The problem is, though, a lot of people introduce themselves with empty introductions, empty intentions, empty actual gratitude of who they're introducing themselves to and how they're introducing themselves and what that looks like. So what I mean by that is you
That's
walk
good.
into that room, you say, hey, I'm dumb. Hey,
Yeah.
next person, hey, I'm dumb. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
this. Hey, I do this.
Yeah, that's my name.
Going back to the Dexter point, right?
Yeah.
You see Dexter, he's like, hey, Dom. Hey. Now, granted, I'm not saying you should remember every single person on this planet, no. But my whole point of saying is that don't introduce yourself to somebody and then expect for them to not pay attention to you. I think sometimes the problem is you have certain artists, and which I've noticed is they're so eager to be noticed by this one person up here that
they don't even realize there's other levels, there's other steps. There's
they'll
also people behind the scenes that they don't know. You're clocked before you walked in.
facts.
It's true.
And to that, you want to be noticed so bad from this group of people or this person up here that you ignorantly, arrogantly just put blinders on that the fact that there are others watching you, and you don't know, you're not even paying attention where they may be or what they may have to offer.
It's true.
So now you go treating people. Now you go doing, just the whole treatment. Like I'm like, man.
Honestly, I never even thought of the introduction.
The introduction is important.
Dead ass. Like, it's not that I'm not aware that like I'm introducing myself to someone.
Right.
What is an introduction?
Yeah.
I've never asked myself that question, which sounds stupid to say out loud. Like, what's an introduction? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, bro.
How do you say hello?
No, bro, that what you're saying right now is the okay. This is the problem, and I love artistry. I love us being creatives, but this is the problem between the business world and then the creative world. In the business world is a very focused thing. It's a very intentional thing on how you introduce yourself, how you should show up, how you grab attention. In the creative world, we want to be so free, so flowing. We want to, I don't give a fuck attitude. Bro, it's the same principles that you should really have in leadership world, in business world. It doesn't mean you has to be like corporate, but I think there's some things that in that corporate world that I think at the end of the day, no matter if you hate it or love it, there's a psychologic to it that means something. So when you introduce yourself to somebody, it means a lot because that person is watching you. That person is going to have conversations outside, other conversations. True. And
that's very true. People go and talk, brother.
Yeah, they're gonna talk.
Good and bad. Now, if you're down the middle, hey, you might have escaped. You might have escaped. Riz Radio.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm just my mind's on music today.
Talk to me about music, bro.
I'm just in full like artist mode today.
You're in full artist mode. I feel it, man. I'm excited about working on music. I'm excited about I'm finishing up a project that I think is gonna be cool. I wanted to put like my goal is I'm on a schedule of like, okay, when I'm putting out in May, I start off the year just warm with the mixtapes, just getting in some rhythm, some motion. And then this month, okay, found the stride that I wanted to get into. So putting something out this month. This is the first year, second year, but I got injured the other year. But this is the first year where I think hopefully, cross all fingers, knock on wood, nothing gets in the way. Where I'm really working with a year-long vision of how I want to do this music journey of like, okay, release this month. At least this month, then it builds content, it builds people understanding your brand from this aspect. Then you come back with something else this month for this particular season. Then you lay low, work on the visuals, and then come back at this period with what you want to have and kind of finish the year off. I think I'm gonna see how it works.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
It's a good plan. I don't feel as strategic as that at the moment, but
Yeah,
we
fair
we
enough.
gonna get there.
Fair
We gonna
enough.
get there
Fair
because
enough.
I'm trying to be more social about my releases instead
Okay.
of being like an artist about it. Because artists like to just drop
Yeah,
without telling a fucking soul.
for sure. For sure.
like people care respectfully outside of your family.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe you should get people involved that
Yeah.
interact with your things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what song should I release? This one or that
Mhm.
one? Oh, okay, cool. Let's do this one. Also for me, like I've been working on a bunch of R&B music.
Yeah.
And I feel like to maximize that, it would have to come out when it's like at least somewhat cold outside.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like I have to wait on that, but that doesn't mean I don't want to put music out. But I feel like lately I've sort of been in like a slump of emotions, and I feel like I just got out of that today. So
Okay. A slump of emotions. I want to
man,
actually let me see. And you can tell me how far we can talk about this because I
all
don't
right,
want to get into your whole plan. I actually want to give pushback on that releasing the R&B when it's cold.
okay,
R&B music always has it's a slow bake.
okay.
So what I've noticed and just over the years noticing, I'll
Mhm.
notice whether it's been her, whether it's been Chris Brown, whether it's been Division. I've noticed these artists, they'll typically drop something in like the summertime, or like around August. And
Mhm.
then around November, October, December, you actually see that song start to really pick up steam. And you actually start to really see it because it takes the slow bake, because it takes the time.
Yeah.
You want to actually give your time, you actually want to give it some time to run out there.
Yeah.
Um, I want to say Leon Thomas, Mutt.
Mhm.
Mutt dropped Mutt dropped in like the summertime.
Hmm.
And then as you start to see it
Yeah.
do his thing, which I mean, like, yeah, Mutt dropped in August,
Leon
and then
Thomas is set. That's a whole other side topic, but like that he's set. You don't need to. He don't even. That's the thing about him
yeah,
is he doesn't need to make music. You know what I mean?
he needs to make music.
I mean, as
And
a person, as an artist, yeah,
I'm saying that, like, because I want him to make music.
yeah. But I mean financially.
Oh no,
Financially, he don't need to do
yeah,
nothing.
for sure.
Bro's set.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Like seeing artists that are like him, Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet was writing hella records
Hmm.
before she got to the scene. She made she was writing a lot of records.
Hmm.
Seven Streeter, like writes a lot. Eric Bellinger, R&B GOAT for me.
Sorry, I just realized that August is in 3 months. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's time. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying, man. That's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
what?
Hey, bro, that's why I'm like, hey, this is the one year I'm putting a full schedule because,
Okay.
bro, these months go by as an artist, you're creating, you're working, then before you know it, a whole 2 seasons done went by, and you're like, fuck,
God bless.
fuck. So it's like you might as well just go ahead and like get in gear, because
Man, all right.
I know, man, this
All
shit
right.
goes by fast.
Y'all
Shit goes by
witnessing a whole mental connection. A neuron just connected
Yeah.
in my mind, and y'all are witnessing that in real time.
I mean, if you want to be, yeah, you say 3 months. I say really like 2.
I mean, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. I didn't say
I
that
ain't
part
want
out loud.
to like give you more anxiety.
I knew that. You just didn't need to say it, but
I was just gonna say like, if you really want to like,
that's probably part of the reason why I felt like all of this.
yeah,
Because I wasn't aware that it's so close, and I was just thinking I could just be fucking. I'm sad.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Go make some music.
man.
Cause I was over here like, all right, I just got this. I just got the single done. I got Fly. I could put out Fly. I could put out Fly, let that marinate, and then the next thing I could blah blah blah. And now I really need to figure out what the name is gonna be. Cause what I was gonna do was put out like 2 songs and call it like the prelude to blah 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 to like let people know like, hey, this R&B shit's coming. This is the prelude.
Yeah.
When the album hit, we're gonna have the full thing. All right.
Hey man, R&B. Think about R&B too.
Mm-hmm.
R&B is like it's a slow bake, bro. But it's a slow, and it's not like a slow bake in a bad sense. It's a slow bake in the sense of like people. You can put out one song, and you just let that bake because if it's a harmony, if it's a rhythm, it's a melody. People want to just keep hearing that. People like go back to like when we're like young and children books and children melodies stuff. Like we're not programmed with 20 different children melodies and children songs. It's like a few that you just constantly like, okay, this, okay, that. So like you put out that one song that you feel like that you want to have a good start to represent the journey. And I don't think you need to even overthink the process of that, bro.
No, you're right. Because the one that I want to put out, it has the melody, it has the harmonies, it has the rap verse. It has all the things. And that's the only, as far as right now, that's the only rap verse that's going to be on the project. So
what? Oh man. Oh, you really going, that's the only rap verse?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
Interesting.
Because like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Because one thing I don't enjoy is listening to an R&B body of work and then hearing that random rap verse in the middle of a song.
Really?
Now I understand that if I do it, I'm not gonna do it to the way that I think it's annoying.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. But then I'm like looking at Flowetry and I'm like, they do it right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you said that, I'm thinking like so many different albums or just moments that I'm thinking like, I think it can be done right. I don't think it doesn't have to be like the super random verse, but it can be done right. Again, it helps like it can help pace in the song. And you have a special weapon. I would say don't sleep on that special weapon, bro.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I would. I mean, a lot of people can only pull up from 3. You can actually pull up from 3 and drive to the hole.
I got that mid-range too.
You got mid-range too, man. Like I'm just saying. I look at a lot of ballers. I'm like, why won't you just also go to your other bag?
Yeah, just do that. Just do that, man. I need to watch basketball, which is such a crazy statement to say, because like when I was younger, I was all about it, and then I just hit a certain age, and I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore, guys.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't care. And then now it's like I watch so many clips of basketball. Yeah, I don't even look for them. They literally just find me, and I'm like, that's the shit I like. I like that.
That's the shit I like. It was hilarious.
That's good right there.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to get like clips of WNBA, and like I want to watch it so I can like see it, because I feel like the difference between, you could correct me, I feel like the difference between NBA and the WNBA right now is that it almost feels like the WNBA is finally starting. You know what I mean? Like, no discredit to the women that have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I feel like now it's finally getting attention of like every other sport gets.
Okay. For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, it feels like it's like, all right, our foot's in the door.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with this?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen low light clips of any player in history. I've seen I don't even want to talk about that, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's reached that point where now it's here, and now it's like, okay, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
How are we going to ride this wave?
Yeah.
I even Googled today, how do I watch basketball game? I
No,
don't even
what?
know what.
Dog, where is this man coming? Whose man is this? Not how do I watch? What do you mean? How do you watch basketball game?
Like where? Like where's it
Oh, like
at?
where? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. All major sports right now, NFL and NBA, because of how they've done these new like licensing, and they've done these new streaming deals where you got some on TNT, some on YouTube, some
Yeah.
over here, some over there. Like, yeah, I can understand that it's all over the place.
Yeah. And I'm trying to watch Anthony Edwards because every clip I see, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I love to see him just like fucking. It's fun.
You know what I should send you? I'm gonna send you later. I really love this new trend today where like people are taking basketball highlights and maybe like an hour's worth and just putting like R&B music or smooth music behind it. It's some of the coldest shit that you watch. You're watching basketball and this is R&B playing. How they just like, yeah, that's why basketball is like different from any other sport for me. Maybe soccer can go in there, maybe can relate in there, but it's like, because it's like literally poetry in motion. Basketball is literally poetry in motion.
The ones I see the most with like music behind it is Kyrie in slow motion.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready to say the Kyrie ones are crazy, bro.
They always are. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He could miss the shot and it's still good. I don't care.
No. Yeah, you're not even watching. You're not watching for the shot.
Fuck it. What? How did you do that? How are you still in the air? How about that? How are you still there, bro? Ah, man.
Ashton Hall. Okay. If you know, you know.
Oh, man. Ashton Hall. I don't think he understands he's the meme. I think he thinks he's a celebrity.
No. Actually, that's the opposite, bro.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
What?
This is definitely a Friday pod. A Friday radio. Riz Radio. Download the app. No, it took me a minute to realize how genius he is to actually understand. He gets it. Like, he does all this shit intentionally.
You think?
1,000%, bro.
10,000.
He's doing this shit. Like, I think that's the thing about it. No one else understands. Ashton Hall is doing this shit as he's trolling us.
Yeah, okay. I hope so, man.
No, man. He really is, bro. That's what my God. That's what made me really be like, okay, I'll fuck with Buddy. Because he's actually trolling us. This man is
I was really hoping so. Yeah. But it's just like every video is just the same. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Yeah. I will say I did think it was funny because I haven't known of Ashton Hall for long at all. I literally I started seeing him when the Saratoga water and the ice. I was like, what? And then he started putting like he was diving into the pool and it took him 4 minutes to land. I was like, all right, you do get that it's a joke. Okay. Because before that, I was like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's that shit. Bro, people have taken content today to
it's just hilarious, man.
It's gonna be hilarious, man. Like, I've been thinking in my head, like I saw this girl get super hyped because Kai Cenat was doing his I guess he's doing like a streamer university. He selects people for streamer university.
Yeah.
And I saw this girl get super hyped. She had been selected for streamer university. And I was just like, this is where we are in this age of time where like
people are TV.
This is where we are. It's not even people at TV, bro. So like, I remember a time and age where people got excited because, like, yes, because
they did something.
I'm a dentist now, like, or I am.
Yeah.
I'm officially going to, start this school over here. And
I accomplished.
Man, I'm not downing anything, but I am sometimes questioning my head, like, what have our level? Yeah. Have our standards of success, and again, success to everybody looks how you want it to look. I understand that.
Not the side note.
I get that. However,
yeah.
However,
Mhm.
I don't know.
What are we celebrating, guys?
Well, my grandparents, what would my grandparents think of like streaming university?
I mean,
After
shit,
they
they
had to
could.
go and get their masters while also being called nigger every day, like while also having to, just or my grandmother couldn't vote. Like, I don't know. What was she?
I know. I know.
I don't know. I'm
I
sorry, my
know.
brain thinks like this, but
No, that's so. I mean, that's literally what I think of. I'm just like, has the bar? Where's the bar at, guys? Where? Because like, we're on two laptops in two different rooms talking through a webcam, being like, people over here thinking they're accomplishing something. Like,
I mean, but
what
at
are we
the
doing?
same time, like, I'm just trying to understand. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand. It's one thing to have like, it's one thing to be a brand that had a tree that has different branches of fruit.
Okay. Ooh.
It's another when you're just literally a twig excited to be blowing in the wind. I'm just trying to understand. It's one thing
man.
to be a bush that's full of life, full of design to a home. It's just another thing to be a little bit of like a weeded area, just excited to be in the land of grass. I'm just trying to understand some things here, not to shoot, but I'm just saying, yes, we're here, we're streaming Riz Radio, download the app. But yes, playback TV, YouTube Live, Twitch,
All that.
yes. But at the same time, Dom is a producer, he's an artist, he's working on his projects, he's got his things going on. I've got my things going on. There's just multifaceted things that's happening in life. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. It's still funny.
It is funny. It is. And that's, I mean, I don't know.
Because try to explain your grandparents for a minute. Hey, I'm gonna go stream video games and make $50,000 in an hour. Can you explain that?
We have to start with the word stream first.
I know. That's when you take the internet
and then
you show it to the other people
across their end of the internet.
Mm-hmm. It goes through a wire under the ocean, through the sea.
Oh shit!
And then it shows them. I don't know. How do you exactly? Literally, like
how do people get to see you globally? There must be something over the wires.
There's wires and satellites.
Satellites. There you go. Satellites.
Yeah, wires and satellites. That's crazy. And then every time I start thinking about shit, I'm like, Wi-Fi is not real. It doesn't matter. If it turns off today, it can turn off right now. And it's done. You know, that's when I get existential.
Hey man, it's a real thing out here. Something's real.
Hey,
I wanted to say something. We talking about music. I wanted to say, I think we've had a great week talking about Mr. Badass, Joey Badass, Daylight, Rayvon. I think at this point things may be kind of like, I don't know. We're getting going so weekend. I think I don't know. Maybe it kind of simmered down at this point. No.
I think Daylight waved the white flag.
Really?
Yeah, like legit.
I saw him put something else out. I didn't listen to that.
Yeah, I didn't either. But I think that's what he did. I think the other song is called The End Credits.
The end. Yep.
Yeah, which the thing, my opinion on that is that it doesn't even make sense for him to do that because the beef was never about him. The beef. Sorry, I forgot the quote, air quotes, because this isn't a beef. This is a rollout.
Yes, but you know what? I had to actually go back in timeline. Daylight was one of the early ones. He did come out before Rayvon shooting at Joey back in February. The problem is it was cool. Daylight is cool. I think he just was. Sometimes when I watch the Avengers, like Just roll.
If you go where I think you're going, that's gonna be hilarious. Yeah.
When I watch the Avengers, I don't know what I'm not going anywhere crazy. I just know what Captain America does. I know what Thor does, and I know what Iron Man does. Primarily what Captain America and Iron Man do. There are moments that we like to see Hulk go crazy.
Yeah.
There are moments, but
do we need to see Hulk smash? Do we need to? That's been my whole thing. It's just like
Daylight. I love you, bro, but you just been the Hulk of this experience, and that's cool. But I mean, that's it now. Now let's get back to
yeah, man. It's been this. I'll say this. This experience has taught me that the internet is a wild place because I don't engage. I truly don't really engage with like comments online. Like I'll read them on like certain posts or whatever, just to sort of see like what people are thinking about this thing because I already have my opinions. So let me look. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And other times I'm like, oh, y'all delusional. But I just keep moving. This week, I posted something saying like Joey Badass and the East aren't even up one. Plainly.
Oh yeah.
I said some other things, but that's the message.
What else did you say?
I said I need Joey Badass to the East to come to the front because y'all not even up one. Ray's killing y'all, and Reason mopped up. You're not winning. But I also let them know that I have a bias towards New York. You think that little bit of information would have gave context to the bigger picture, but it doesn't because people, they don't. No. And I've had people like comment all week on this stuff. And it's just like, it's so funny. It's literally funny to me because it's like trying to explain a fish there in water. Like, you're not going to get it. And literally the other thing that I don't get about people in the comment section is that number one, I respect you if your account is public and you're leaving comments. If your account is private and you have nothing of any signifier on you, you're a bitch. I don't like you. You're weird. I don't like that. So I respect you if you at least you have a public account and you are an actual person online and you're entering a conversation. Fine. If you're entering a conversation and you're leading with hate and you have a public account, you're getting bodied. I'm going to go to your account and I'm going to use the fuel you gave me. So why are you doing this? So like, I've learned the internet's crazy.
Wait, was this on TikTok? Was this on Twitter?
Yeah, it was on TikTok.
Dang, maybe that's where I should have gone. I was looking for it. I didn't get no. I was on Threads. Threads, I guess, in the place where this type of. Yeah, I was like, Joey Badass is cooked.
You should have gone to TikTok with that, man.
Yeah,
they would have been.
I got no interaction. I got no. They were like,
yeah, they're like, we have 401ks. We don't care about.
I literally thought that in my head. I was like, Threads is like people for like they're like talking about healing. They're talking about like, here I go talking about some Joey Badass is cooked, y'all.
And, no, you need to go to TikTok with opinions, brother. Because people like, oh man, it's just funny. It's just so funny.
But that's why I wanted real quick. I really wanted to say real quick. You know, as we've seen all this, I do want to give Joey. I want to say, I hope Joey kind of like doesn't really go into any more of this. I hope he really starts to drop some more records. I wanted to say, while Crash Dummy wasn't my diss track choice, I want to say that I think that's the record that you do end on because of how, again, Kyrie, it was a lot happening on Crash Dummy that I think was really good for Joey. For me, it didn't give the punch that I'm looking for in the diss. But when it comes to song wise, and when people are just hearing it, if you're just a casual person listening to hip hop, you're just hearing this, or if you're just, then you listen to it and you're like, oh shit, he's going off.
Yeah.
And I think
that right there,
for me, I think that for him, I think that's what matters most. And I'm going to accept that. Like I think for somebody that just held down New York, like nobody else was. And that to me, that's the problem of New York. Been the problem of New York hip hop since for 20 years now. Is that
Yeah.
everybody's just on their own accord doing whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like ASAP Rocky, he's with Rihanna, so he's good, but he would
Except
have been the
Rocky's
other
not a
person.
rapper. Let's stop that.
Oh,
Let's stop that narrative. Let's stop that narrative.
Stop, Don. What?
Let's stop that narrative.
What are
Let's
you
just
doing?
stop.
Okay.
I'm saying let's stop that. Because like, what are we talking? He's a model. Be a model.
No, but he started off as a rapper, bro.
For sure. For sure.
So all I'm saying,
you know who else started off as a rapper? Post Malone.
No, you're not doing this, bro. Why you blast me like this? Why you do this, bro? Why you do this?
Because it's the fourth quarter. I gotta shoot. Nah, I actually genuinely fuck with ASAP. I just think it's funny because like, yeah, all right, yeah, he's a rapper. He's in New York.
He is a model.
Maybe he is, and like I'm not saying anything wrong.
Yeah,
like bro pivoted his whole career. That's fine. I'm not hating on that. He makes more money than me. I'm the loser. I get it. That's fine. I'm good. like, but I just think it's funny because like when people are like, yeah, ASAP, in New York, I'm like, all right, but when's the last time he dropped?
But that's my point. That's one point I was going to get to is that no, it's all good. That was I was literally about to get to that. If ASAP was still like ASAP of 10 years ago, then I think he would be in this. He would be able to kind of like really. He would be able to He would be the one to really say he's king of NY. If he was
for sure,
he would be the one. I want to say that actually Joey wins in all of this. For me, this is why I say Joey wins when I really thought about it, because Joey actually did something that I think is kind of funny. No other New York rapper even, which is kind of odd. There's no other like youngin that and I gotta go fresh up. Maybe I'm missing something, but he really did stamp that he's the king of New York right now. So no matter how he came out against him, he really took on a whole coast. Like at the end of the day, I salute that. I salute that. I think he comes out as the winner in this situation because for one, he held his own enough where the coast didn't lose hope in you. Actually, your coast thinks that you won.
Yeah.
Right. And
they sure do.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, because nobody else, like you had other people shooting at New York, you had other people doing New York beats better. They were taking, my man Reasons took the Mace clip. Like there were a lot of things happening. Rayvon took the old 50 Cent joint. Like there just was a lot of things happening where these are West Coast guys doing this at New York. And for New York people to always have the pride that they have, it should have been more New Yorkers coming out to at least help Joey out. And nobody else did. So I'm not saying he won this, like won the one-on-ones. What I'm saying is that I think he comes out as the winner along with Rayvon being I think both of them won in this situation. Joey won because he's, for me, solidified as the king of New York now. What he does with it, we'll see. I think now is the prime opportunity to just go on a rap run for the summer. Like to go.
If he doesn't, he's missing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think he has to really take over. He could really take over and be like Joey could really start that new, how we saw the quote unquote big 3 10 years ago. Yeah, there could be a new pendulum of like tier opening up. I'm not saying it's the top. What I'm saying is that it could be a new window opening up. If Simba actually stops. I don't know what Simba be doing, man. Simba, like I saw
that's the problem.
Like, and that's my issue with Simba. Like,
he's nice, but where he at?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he's that hooper. It's just like, yeah, he goes in there and balls out, and he's like, then he leaves the gym with all the girls, and he's like, that's cool, and he's happy about that.
Yeah.
He balled out, and it's like, bro, like, Mamba mentality.
There's more to this.
It's more to this, and I don't know. Simba better like. I think that him having this song on the LeBron movie, what was that? Space Jam. I think Simba's just had some moments where he got hype because people fuck with the freestyles, but
fuck with the freestyles. I'm gonna listen each time. Ever since he said something, I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, he said a lot of dope things. I think Simba and
He
he talks
do.
about some real shit, but I think at the same time, bro, Reasons is out from under the TDE house. I expect him to go crazy.
Yeah, he needs to as well.
He
See,
needs to as well.
I get the point that like what you're saying that like it was legitimately New York Joey versus the East Coast. I get that. I
Versus the
do
West.
think. Sorry.
The West. You say
Oh
East.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
it's all good.
biased. My bad. My bad. I mean, shit. It is Joey versus the East Coast too. Shit. Let's
Nah.
be real.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because the people that do claim the King of New York didn't say anything.
I don't know who's claiming King of New York in 2025. Who else?
Conway the Machine, West Side Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like if the thing with that with them personally is like,
God.
huh?
So that's a bloodbath.
Yeah, like if Conway entered the chat for real, like you're not. I understand I'm biased. I'll say it again. Ray's not winning. Joey's not winning. Respectfully, against Conway the Machine. Like if Conway the Machine showed up as prime Conway the Machine,
boom, 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 boom,
bro,
and then gets a
Machine,
little
bitch.
just a little West Side, like just talking. Not even
Yeah.
West Side rapping, just West Side talking.
Yeah, fucking
These
just a little
motherfuckers stop.
You suck it. I got your bitch on my dick. Like
I went to LA and got 12 of those hoes.
Yeah, literally. Like if they just, oh my god. But again,
I love Griselda.
I don't see them as people that are gonna enter a rap battle. Like those are grown ass men that make great music. They don't give a fuck about some East Coast, West Coast shit. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they would if they actually didn't feel disrespect from their own coast. And I mean, like, it's actually sad to see a lot of New York people discredit Griselda because they said they're from upstate. Oh no, they're not really New York. They're
Buffalo.
I'm like, bro, it's
New York, brother. What are you talking about?
When people say the West Coast, which is interesting because I do recognize when people say West Coast, they only think of LA. They don't think of Vegas. They don't think of damn. I think that's maybe why Simba didn't get into the battle because he's from the Bay. People really think of West Coast as it's really LA versus the 5 boroughs, which
I can see that
because people don't even include.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. But then also at the same time, it's like, you're gonna get some drill guy to enter the beef?
Shit, Pop Smoke would have went crazy.
Oh.
If it was anybody right now who really would be the king, if there was a king, the king of New York is ascended. Like rest in peace, the real king of New York in 2025. Absolutely. I bet. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like one of the biggest hip hop. Like,
that's bigger potential than like. Damn, I don't even want to say that out loud, but that's bigger potential than some other people that have passed.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna say the name I'm thinking of, I think that person already hit their potential. You going back to you going back to like back, right? Yeah. I think that person already. I like that person. That's why they can still milk that person's career.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, Pop hadn't even gotten to that point of like you could clearly see.
Yeah, man, he didn't even get to take off. Honestly, honestly, if we're being really real, he didn't even break yet. He was still bubbling. If we're being really, really real, he didn't break.
That's crazy to say. Yeah, some of those. I mean. And it's hard if somebody, people think about that. But if you think about that, when he passed, and then a lot of those, some of the songs like he did, one with the baby, they just kept the momentum kept on going after he ascended. So it made it feel like he was still here.
Yeah.
But those songs, like,
yeah. I mean, when you get into posthumous albums, it's tough. It's very tough. Because they obviously they have no creative control at all, obviously. And it's like, I don't know off the top of my head of any artist outside of Mac Miller that had an actual plan for that. So it's like he was under the mercy of that label.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, it wasn't like too bad, but at the same time, it's like it was an album of features, and it's an album of features because he's not there. So,
yeah,
which is very disappointing because that was, man, talk about someone that really could have taken the torch and brought it up another level. Truly, over some bullshit.
Just want to say shout out to you for saying that word so smooth and with ease.
Posthumous.
Yeah, I stay away from it.
I know. I know. Riz Radio. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I said it, and in my mind, I'm like, "You nailed that, bro."
Yeah, I was like, he did. I'm over here. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm like, he did that. He smoked that. He smoked that. Hey, man. I'm looking forward to see what happens this weekend in the music world. I'm looking to see if anything pops off.
Absolutely.
And if so, we'll be back on Monday to break it down.
Riz Radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we'll see. We'll see about who can join us next week too.
That'd be fire.
Okay.
Whoever.
All right. Let's say less.
Just make sure they're not, they ain't gonna crash out for no reason on here.
Oh nah, man. I think we run it up. Let's go viral, baby. I'm gonna sit right here.
I know you like it's you and them. I'll hit the clip button.
Cook. Yeah, exactly. Man, appreciate y'all. Riz Radio. Download the app. Enjoy your weekend. YouTube, Playback TV, Twitch. That man Don Period single Fly Away. Listen to it. I am Poetically, POETICLEE. Until next time, we're out.
Riz Radio.